Power sharing. Power sharing means the distribution of power among the organs of government such as legislature, executive and judiciary. It ensures that there is stability in government. Let us see the example of two democratic countries, Belgium and Sri Lanka, to understand how the power is shared in a country. Belgium is a small country in Europe, smaller than Haryana. Its neighbors are Netherlands, France and Germany. It has a population of 1.14 crores, which is almost half of the population of Haryana. Ethnic composition of Belgium is a bit complicated. Ethnic means people belonging to the same ethnic group believe in their common descent because of similarities of physical type or of culture. They need not always have the same religion or nationality. Out of the total population of Belgium, 59% lives in the Flemish region and speaks Dutch language. Another 40% people live in Walloon region and speak French. Rest 1% speak German. Let's look at the capital city, Brussels. Here 80% people speak French but 20% are Dutch speaking. So the ethnic composition is complex and inverse in state and capital. In Brussels, French speakers are more than the Dutch speakers, but in country, Dutch speakers are more than the French speakers. Since the minority French-speaking community was relatively rich and powerful, it was disliked by the Dutch-speaking community as it did not had equal rights earlier. Because of this, there were tensions between them, especially during 1950s and 1960s. This tension was even more in Brussels as Dutch-speaking people were in majority in the country but minority in the capital. We will now compare this to the situation in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has about 2 crore people, almost same as Haryana. Sri Lanka has a diverse population. There are 74% Sinhala language speakers and 18% Tamil speakers. Tamils also have two subgroups, Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils are 13% and Indian Tamils are 5%. There are many communities here like Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, Christians. Most Sinhala speakers are Buddhist and rest are Christians. Most Tamil speakers are either Hindu and Muslims and some of them are Christians. So there are about 7% Christians in total. Can you think what could have happened in these countries with such diverse population? Maybe the communities in majority could have imposed their wish and will on the minorities of the countries. And if such a situation would have happened, it would have led to conflicts and country would have been divided. So let's find out what happened to these countries. First, know what happened in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka became independent democracy in 1948. Since Sinhalas were in majority, they had more influence on the elected government. The government took majoritarian measures and supported the Sinhala community. Majoritarian means believing in decision by a majority. So whatever decisions are taken by the majority are accepted. In such a route, minority is ignored. In 1956, Sinhala was declared the only official language. Sinhala community was getting preference everywhere, be it university or government jobs. It did not end here. The new constitution was only promoting one religion, Buddhism. Due to all these things, the Sri Lankan Tamils felt differentiated as Tamil was not even being considered. Everything was being done for Sinhalas. To fight back for their rights, the Sri Lankan Tamils formed new parties and started the struggles for the recognition of Tamil as an official language, for equality of opportunity, for equality of education and jobs. But nothing worked out. By 1980s, new political organizations were formed which wanted an independent state for Tamils, which they called as Tamil Eelam or state. As a result of the civil war, thousands of people of both communities were killed. Many people left the country. Many lost their jobs. The civil war caused a serious setback to not only the social and cultural but economic life of the country as well. The Belgian government accepted the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities and amended their constitution, 4 times between 1970 and 93 so as to work out an arrangement that would enable everyone to live in harmony and peace. This way was very innovative. In a broader term, they formed 4 governments: central government, state government, separate government in the capital, and community government. Central government, your constitution defined that the number of the Dutch and the French-speaking ministers shall be equal in the central government. Some special laws require the support of majority of the members from each of the linguistic group. So, no single community can make decisions individually. State government was also formed. The state governments were not subordinate to the central government, but instead they got equality. Separate government in capital was formed. Brussels got separate government in which both communities had equal representation. Community government. Community government is elected by the people belonging to one language community: Dutch community, French community, and German community, no matter where they live. This government has the power to take care of cultural, educational, and language related issues. Despite being complicated, these arrangements in Belgium have worked very well so far. They help to avoid civil tiff, possible division of the country on the basis of language. When many countries of Europe came together to form the European Union, Brussels was chosen as headquarters as it had successfully handled the diversity. Do you find any difference in the way both Sri Lanka and Belgium handled their democracies? In Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possible only by respecting the feelings and interests of different communities and regions. Because of this, they set an example of power sharing. Sri Lanka shows a contrasting example. It shows that if the majority community refuses to share power, it can harm the unity of the country. What do you think? Is power sharing desirable in a country? There are 2 types of reasons: prudential and moral reasons, because of which it is very important. Prudential reasons are thoughtful reasons. It reduces the possibility of conflict between social groups, ensures the systems are stable. Imposing the will of the majority community over others may work in short run but will not work in the long run and harms the unity of the country. Moral reasons: power sharing shows the spirit of democracy. A democratic rule involves sharing of power with the people who are going to be affected by it. So people have the right to be consulted, and how will they be governed? In modern democracies, this power sharing arrangement can take many forms. It can be horizontal division of power, vertical or federal division of power. It can be sharing of power among different social groups, and it can also be the political parties and pressure groups. Now let's know each one of them. First is horizontal distribution of power. So the power is shared among different organs of the government, such as legislature, executive, judiciary, and it places different organs of the government at the same level but exercising different powers. It ensures no government has unlimited power and can keep a check on each other. This creates a balance of power among various institutions. It basically is working on the system of checks and balance. That means every organ is keeping a check on the other. Ministers are responsible to the parliament and judges are monitoring the executive and the laws made by the legislature. So this type of arrangement is an arrangement of checks and balances. Second, federal division of power or the vertical division of power. Power can be shared among government at different levels. Central government or the general government for the entire country. Another government at the provincial or regional levels like state government in India. Although the system is not followed in all the countries, but many countries are having these governments. Like in Belgium, it was there, but in Sri Lanka, it was not there. This federal division can be further extended to the lower levels also, like municipality and panchayati system that we have in India. Third, sharing of power among different social groups such as religious and language-based groups. It can be done in 2 forms. One is the community government. The one that we have seen in Belgium is the good example of that form of government. Second is reserved constituency that we see in India. So the socially weaker sections and the women get representation in the parliament and the administration. The purpose of this arrangement is to fit diverse groups in the government so that nobody feels discriminated. Fourth is the role of the political parties in the pressure groups and movements. Presence of many political parties ensures that power does not remain in one hand and people always have the option to choose. Coalition government is one such example, when two or more parties form an alliance to contest the elections. If their alliance is elected, they form a coalition government and thus share the power. Second way can be the interest groups. In a democracy, we find different interest groups such as those traders, businessmen, industrialists, farmers, industrial workers. Sometimes they participate through the governmental committees or otherwise they affect the decision-making process. So in this chapter we learned power sharing means distribution of power among the organs of government. Belgium formed 4 governments to share the power: central government, state government, separate government in the capital and community government. Sri Lankan majoritarian rule led to the civil war because of the oppression of the minority. Power sharing is important to maintain stability of order and ensure a legitimate government in which power is shared by the people. Power sharing can take many forms: horizontal distribution, that is legislature, executive and judiciary; federal division, central government and state government; power sharing among different social groups; and power sharing among political parties.